arms transfers and intelligence transfers, if they had ever been stopped, have been resumed. This was part of the deal that Donald Trump's emissaries in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, made with the emissary of Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. So the weapons are going to be flowing again, in full flow, you might say. The intelligence, perhaps even more important at this stage, has also been resumed. Elon Musk's satellites are presumably right now beaming this show to the people who put me on a Ukrainian death list. What can you say about that? Elon Musk has just suspended the No Conscription League Twitter feed before it had issued a single original tweet. I've asked him to explain why, but answer so far has there been none. The intelligence and arms resumptions were only part of the story. It was a double whammy. Marco Rubio announced in a press conference, without any reference to Russia at all, without a single telephone call on the newly restored hotlines to the Kremlin, that there was going to be a 30-day ceasefire and that Ukraine had accepted it. He must know that the Russians could not possibly accept such a unilateral ceasefire, not the least because the new flow of American weapons, the new flow of American intelligence, the declared exponential rise in flow of both weapons and intelligence from the European Union and the United Kingdom would mean that that 30 days would only be used, as Minsk 1 and 2 were used, to strengthen Ukraine and its armed forces for the next round of fighting, approximately 30 days later. Russia has stated right from the beginning that it is not interested in a ceasefire. It is interested in a deal that removes the causes of the war, which I have adumbrated here many times, but in shorthand, they are this: that Ukraine must be a completely neutral country. No Ukraine in NATO, no NATO in Ukraine, no NATO weapons, no NATO expertise, no NATO in camouflage, in mercenary form, nothing. Rien, zilch, absolutely neutral. That Ukraine must be demilitarized so that it cannot again be in a position to act as a proxy army for the NATO forces, reduced to something like 87,000 soldiers from the 1 million men that it had in arms at the beginning of this conflict. A denazification, that is to say, the end of the overweening influence of the Azov and other Nazi and neo-Nazi and fascist and ultra-nationalist formations that are the sinews of the war, the sinews of the Zelensky regime.